All right. So I'm excited because Nicole is going to be rocking our call tonight with just some really great inviting tips and kind of business tips that she's been implementing with a lot of her coaches and customers that she's like, it's making all the difference in my business. Because girl is slaying her business over here. I was just on a leadership call with her. Literally, we do like our diamond and above leadership call from 8 to 8:30. And she was like, I just counted, and this week I could have like made a whole nother diamond coach because I've recruited all these coaches. And I'm like, what? So it's just exciting, but it's because what she's doing is working and is working really well. So I am going to pass it over to her. And for those of you who might not know Nicole Horton, she is a force to be reckoned with. She is a brand new mommy of a 4-month-old, right? 4-month-old little beautiful baby girl. And she's a full-time coach now. She's been working her business strong. She's in 2-star qualification week 4. And she's just the most genuine, loving, amazing person ever. And I'm just blessed that she's on our team. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to her. Make sure you guys take some notes. But remember, this is implementing, right? We implement what we're going to learn. We're going to take a few of those pieces that you're like, yes, this is really going to stick out in my mind. I'm going to try this, right? Because we are gearing up for the end of the month and we all want to hit our goals and we all just want to make our business grow, right? That's why we're on this call. So take it away, Nicole.
What's up, y'all? So I totally was not going to do this call. I messaged Val last night and I was like, so I just found out that I just remembered that my baby's having her 4-month shots and I know it's going to be a bad night and blah, blah, blah. And I literally sent the message and then was like, what are you doing? You can do this. Like, it's a half an hour, freaking get over it. So if I have to stick around my boob, y'all, you know, I mean, we're all women here. So just to give you guys a heads up. Okay. So last month was August and August is usually like the absolute hardest, slowest freaking month like ever. Okay. And I had a goal set and I wanted to hit 2-star and I had been trying different things and I approached August in a little bit different way as far as my invites and stuff goes, and it worked. I hit like Success Club 30 in August and I've never done that ever. So I know what I did like helped, and I also know that my mindset helped and all of the things. So I wanted to share those things with you tonight and just kind of give you guys an insight on what's been working for me, okay? So first things first, okay? Stay close to the fire. If you're going to do this, right, if you're going to coach, you better either decide if you're going to do it or you're not going to do it and go all in, all right? So if you're going to go all in, you need to show up for team calls. You need to show up for the Monday morning wake-up call, do the trainings, listen to personal development, stay close to the fire. Like, that is so important, guys, because if you're not fueling your mind and like staying close to your leaders and the people that are successful, and you are who you hang out with, right? So if you're not fueling those things and fueling your mind, then you're not going to be successful at this and you're going to burn out. I know for me personally, like when I start feeling burnout, it's because I'm not staying close to the fire and I'm not doing personal development and I'm not doing the things that I should be doing, right? Hold on, let me see if I can change something real quick.
Am I doing this right?
I'm going to mute you, babe. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So stay close to the fire. Super duper important. Follow the leader is my other bullet point. Okay. So every single day, I've said this before, I've talked to you guys about this before, but I'm so passionate about it because this business is all about duplication. It's not about reinventing the wheel. It's about doing what you see your leaders doing. And if they're freaking successful and they're doing good at it, do it too. So like, guys, like every single day, like one of the first things that I do is I go watch Val's stories, Jen's stories, and Dara's stories every day. Like, I know they see me creep in, and actually just lately I'm like hearting all their stuff because I want them to know that I'm creeping. I don't even care anymore. I used to try to hide it because I was like embarrassed. But guys, like, do what your leaders are doing. If you're not looking at what your leader's doing, like, you're going in this blind. Best advice that Val ever gave to me was just post like me. I was the girl that never like showed up to any of the trainings. I didn't even know that I was added to them. I, had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even know how to use Facebook, y'all. So I asked her, like, I don't even know how to do this. And she was like, just post like me, just do what I do. And that was the best advice. And I took that shit and ran with it. And that's what I've done every day of my business, is straight up just copied my leaders and learned how the hell are they doing this? How are they making that filter on their stories? Like, how did she make that super cool, picture thingy, that went through all the slides? Like, learned that, how is she taking such good pictures? What kind of tools do I need? That ring light back there, all the things. I saw that on one of Melanie Mitro's stories, and I was like, getting it, because like, I want to be successful, and what they're doing is working, right? I think my phone just turned off with my notes. Hold on. Okay. Next, be 100% you. Okay. So, and it kind of like, it's crazy that I put that right after follow the leader, because like I copied them, right? But I copied them to find my own voice in this. So watching them and watching how, like, especially like I relate a lot to Jen because she's in the same like spot of life that I am at. So like I would watch her and I'd be like, dang, like she's freaking posting her prego rolls and all this, and I guess I could do that too. And when you share something that makes you vulnerable, it breaks open another piece of you. I don't know how else to put it. So put yourself out there. If you're having an issue getting traction on your page, if no one is responding, then it's highly likely that no one's enjoying what you're putting out there. Don't be perfect. Just be yourself. Like, get on there and share the shit, like the stuff that you don't want to share. That's so important because you want people to connect with you, and your goal in this business is to build a team of people that are just like you. You can't find the people that are just like you unless you're going to put yourself out there, sister. So really, okay. Put in the work and be consistent. No matter what, guys, like, no matter what happens in my day, if I can't sit down and do a full power hour, you're damn sure that I'm going to sit my butt on the couch before I go to bed, and I'm going to at least send out 10 invites, because if you're not inviting to this business, you don't have one. All right. So, like, even when I first started and I wasn't really working it, I still made sure, like, my first couple of months that I was sending out 3 to 5 invites a day, because that's what Val told me to do. And if she was making 6 figures, I knew I could do it too. And if that's how I was going to do it, then I was going to do it. So put in the work. I have lists. I don't know if anybody's like me, but like, I have to check things off of the list. Like, I will be itching my face off if I don't check all my stuff off of my list every day. Like, I have to. So write your stuff down, follow your tracker, and just commit to do it. And like I said, like when I started this call, if you're going to start your coaching business and you're investing your time and you're spending time writing posts and putting stories, like, why would you not do the rest of the business building activities, like send an invite? Which kind of rolls me into the next thing. Like, all of these things work together, and I'm going to lay it out here for you, but here's how I have it. Okay. You're going to put in the work and be consistent, and I'm going to break it down. Number 1, interact on social media. Okay. First of all, if you take a 5-minute poop break, scroll through your freaking social media, scroll through your Instagram and scroll through your Facebook, and like and comment on people's stuff. If you don't do that, no one's going to see your stuff, y'all, or very few. that was one big mistake I made in my business, was not interacting on social media. Like, I'm the person, like, I was the wife that would like yell at my husband for being on his Facebook because I thought it was stupid. I hated being on Facebook. And I still kind of do, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like there's other things that I could be doing, but this is my job. This is my career. So I have to do it, right? So that was like the biggest mistake that I made, was not interacting on stories. Big time. You want people to see your stuff, interact on your stories, y'all. Like, that's something that I just started doing, and I have doubled my story followers or whatever. And on Facebook and Instagram, you have got to get on there and interact. You've got to. And you're going to see new people, and then you know what's going to happen? You're going to be scrolling through there and you'll be like, I didn't write that person's name down, and I need to follow up with them right now. So it all works together. Okay. Interact on social media is number one. Number two, post on social media. Okay. And if you have been doing this, you understand why I said interact first and then post, because you want people to be able to see your stuff, right? Post on your social media. All right. Put a post out there that's real and genuine and 100% you. And like, don't be afraid to share stupid stuff, you know, like, don't be afraid to share a freaking picture of your dog and something silly. You just need to share your life. Like, I forget who said this, but they said that they pretty much like blog about their life and sprinkle in Beachbody. Like, you don't want to get on there every single day and be all about fitness, because nobody wants to see that. Like, you want to inspire somebody, you want them to join you, right? Okay, so interact on social media, post on social media, invite, okay? Like I said before, if you're not inviting, you do not have a business, all right? So invite them. I'm gonna tell you guys what my invites have been looking like lately, and I'll show you. I'll share my screen with my keep and stuff. But lately, what I've been doing is I'll invite somebody, and I'll say something along the lines of, hey Dara, thanks for supporting my postpartum journey. It means so much to me. No, I'm sorry. Hey Dara, hope you don't mind my message. Thanks so much for supporting my postpartum journey. Ever thought of doing a boot camp with me? Or if it's somebody that I've never talked to, a lot of times I'll ask them a question like, are you on a fitness journey too? Or do you like to work out too? Or something like that, just to kind of open it up so that I'm not like, punching them in the face with trying to sell them something or something like that. It comes off kind of weird. So then one of the things that's really worked for me in August is all these people I've invited, like month after month after month. Like, a lot of them never even answer me, right? I started complimenting them and telling them how, like, in my invite, telling them how much I like their page and how I've been following them. And I've really been wanting to ask them if they ever would consider doing what I do, or have ever thought about doing what I do. Telling them that they have awesome traction, or what did I say? I'll pull up my invite. That they basically like have awesome interaction on their page, and I think they would freaking rock at this. Like 85% of the girls I sent that to answered and was like, thank you so much. I would have no idea what to do. And boom, it opened up a conversation and an opportunity for me. And guys, those people have ghosted me for the past year and a half of my business. And all it took was me complimenting them and inviting them to the business opportunity for them to finally open up and hear me and give me an opportunity to talk to them. One of the other things that I started doing, and kind of going off on a butterfly, but like, I started, if I invite somebody and they don't answer me, I go back and follow up within 2 days, gotta be within 2 days. And I say something like, hope you didn't mind my message. I just know how hesitant I was to, to reach out to my coach, or hoping I didn't come off in the wrong way. I just know that if my coach didn't invite me 1,000 times, I would have never said yes to this, and it changed my life. And like, so many people have responded to me that wouldn't have before. And some of them even have said, one girl the other day was like, you know, I've been wanting to say yes to this and I got your message, but I wanted to make sure you weren't a robot first. So yeah, I'm ready. Sign me up. And she's in my challenge group right now. Boom. So, okay, which brings me to, so interact on social media, post, invite, track the people that respond to your invite, track them. If they show any kind of interest, write their name down, for real. Then conversate, okay? One of the things I want you to ask yourself is, are you sending out invites to make a sale, or are you sending out invites to have a conversation with somebody, to connect with them? That's something you really, really need to ask yourself, because if you're sending out an invite to somebody to make a sale, number one, they 100% know that. And number two, you're not going to build a team that way. One of the things that's really been helping is me actually having a conversation with them, and through voice message. So if you don't use that voice message thing, guys, like, there's so many freaking automated messages on Instagram and on Facebook that go through. I could name some companies, and I'm not going to, that send the same stupid invite every single time about getting their products. And I just kind of roll my eyes every time I get it. Use that voice message thing. It makes you a real person, okay? Send out an invite. If they respond, challenge them to have a conversation with you through the voice messenger. Come on, phone, don't die on me. Sorry. Okay. So you have interacted on social media, you've posted, you've invited, you've tracked those invites, you've had a conversation, then you're going to go back and you're going to interact some more, okay? Then you're going to follow up with them, all right? Follow up to me means a couple of different things. Number one, it means that I'm following up with people 2 days later if they haven't answered. And number two, I'm following up with people that I've had a conversation with, that I've sent info to, that I need to hear from again, right? Or that need to hear from me again. So my typical thing is 2 days after I've either talked to them or they haven't answered. And then people that I've talked to, it's 2 days, 1 week, 1 month. And then I continue to follow up with them. I have people that I have followed up with, guys, for the whole entire time I've been a coach, like for 2 years now. And I will always change my follow-up, but a lot of times, like, they send me a message back that says something along the lines of, thank you for following up with me. Thank you for continuing to think of me, something like that. That lets me know that they still want me to do that. And the ones that haven't, I ask them, I'm like, do you want me to take you off my follow-up list? Or, you know, I hope you don't mind me sending you another follow-up. Do that, because it's a real person on the other side of that message that you're sending. And then repeat all of it over and over and over and over. Don't be afraid to send somebody 10 messages. Like, it's okay. If they're still watching your stories and they haven't blocked you, like, I'm sorry, you're asking for it, in my opinion. Work on the weekend. Big deal, y'all. Like, working on the weekend, like on a Saturday or a Sunday, I usually pick one, so I have a day with hubs, but put some time in on the weekend. That's when people really view your stuff. That's when you really get people to answer you. I've gotten a lot better interaction on the weekend from people. And do business posts on the weekend too, y'all. People need to see that. Don't give up. That's like probably like the biggest thing that I could possibly say here is, like, do not give up. Like, I don't care where you are. I don't care if you have a team underneath you and they all freaking quit. Dara, you raise your hand right there because I know your story, girl. Like, don't give up on this. Like, because no matter what, like, this is something that you'll build, and you have spent a long time building a following. It takes a long time for people to trust you on social media, and that's what matters. And if you give up, you're showing all of them that they can give up on themselves. And gosh, like, think about all the work and time and effort that it took to get to where you are right now, okay? Don't give up. Have a long-term vision, and don't be afraid to share that. Like, I don't care if you just want to pay for your groceries every single week. You need to be sharing that with people, because you would be amazed at the mamas out there that really, really want to just contribute to their family, or that really, really want to have somebody in their life that cares. I have a voice message from somebody that I'm going to share in a minute that I was talking to last night that I really want you guys to hear. Because just sending that invite to somebody, like the fact that Val sent an invite to me, changed this lonely, insecure girl's life. And how selfish of you not to share that with somebody. That just goes along with inviting to the business. And I already said, like, are you inviting to have a conversation, or are you inviting to make a sale? So real quick, I want to go over this with you guys, what I've been doing. I use Google Keep, y'all, like, and I will rave about it. I rave to my team about Google Keep. I love it. I have an app in my phone that I can use. Like, I feel like it is so much easier to edit and just type really fast for me than Google Drive for this purposes. I have in here, like, every day when I'm having conversations, like, I have like this that I'll send when somebody wants information about my virtual gym. Okay. Have it all laid out. If they want more info, I have a little YouTube info video that I had made last summer. I have this every day. I go in here and I write out a new invite, and I just pretty much like copy and paste this invite every day. But that's not what I wanted to show you. So this is what I've been doing. I was at one point making everybody fill out a form. They read this little message, and then I have them fill out my Google form, and I say, okay, great. As soon as you're done, I'll get back with you either via email or messenger, That process was too slow for me. And I've gotten real good about having a conversation with people. So this is what I'm doing. They say yes to, the information, this information, which I'll copy and paste for you guys. This is literally the invite that Val sent to me when I asked for more info. Like, that's how long I've been using it. They say yes, they're into this, and they want to know how much. I literally have this in my Keep with the cost info that I have here, and I just took this right out of our response document that we have that I use to respond to people via email with. This is working, I feel, because it kind of breaks the barrier of somebody being overly intimidated as far as filling out this form and then getting an email. And I felt like it was just too drawn out, and it was intimidating people. Like, they felt more like they were getting sold and less like they were getting invited to do something with me. This has worked really well. I did this with every single person in August. The only time that I have personally used my Google form is when I've shared a link to my page and just offered it for people to fill it out there. This has been working like gold. And whenever I send somebody this, their name is going right up on my follow-up list. To be honest with you, whenever I send somebody this, their name goes on my follow-up list, because that means that our conversation went to the extent of they wanted to know information about my virtual gym, and I know that they have goals, so I'm totally following up with them. So that is really that's really what I did in August and what I changed. And I'm not saying that that's, what will work for everyone. I'm not even saying go do that. That's just what worked for me. It was so much faster. The connection was there. And as soon as I sent this over to them, I either got an answer or I got ghosted. And if I got ghosted, I followed up with them. And if they didn't answer, then I made a post about it on social media. And that usually worked. So that's kind of where it's at. There was something else I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to unshare my screen, but I want to give you guys this in the chat, this invite. How do I stop share? I'm not even going to read these because I'm going to get all distracted. I will read it at the end. Okay. That's my invite that Val literally sent to me like 2 years ago. like easy peasy. It's probably the same thing that all y'all have, but I'm just going to share it. Okay. I hope that you guys are able to hear this, because it just like totally burst me into tears last night when I randomly invited this girl that watched my stories one time. We had a whole conversation through voice messenger last night, and she said this, and I really want you guys to hear it. I feel like it'll speak to everybody. And then I'll hush. Yeah. Okay.
I know it's a really, really big thing in general. You know, you talked about a leap of faith, and I believe in that too, you know. And, you know, as crappy as it may sound, you know, it's true. And I know it is. And the biggest thing, you know, is I made sacrifices. You know, I've made a lot of sacrifices. You know, I don't have family, I don't have friends. And that's the biggest, you know, downfall of wanting to get into something like this with me is, you know, I don't have those people. I've never had friends or, you know, family that have been supportive and been there for me. And, you know, now that I'm in the relationship that I'm in, you know, I have that. But, you know, it also comes with, you know, 2 teens to take care of, and then 2 of my own kids, and him, and 2 dogs, and a cat, and now fish, and it's never, you know, I want to provide better, and, you know, it just seems like everything that I do, it's not enough. It's not enough. You know, I'll go to the store and I'll get stuff, you know, I'll get stuff they want. And like I said, it doesn't seem like it's enough. And I know it's just them being in the teens and stuff. And
okay. So I know like she kind of rambled, but there's a couple of things like that I wanted you guys to really hear in that is like, number one, like that girl doesn't know me from Adam and she's getting so emotional, right? We had a connection. That is how you find your people. You build a connection with them. And did you hear what she said? Like she just wants her people. Like she just wants people to support her, people in her life. Like I needed that. Like I need you guys. You guys are my tribe, my friends. Like I need this. This is my life now. Girls are mean. We don't have that. And there's not a lot of places where you can find that, to be honest. So you can't even find that in church. I'm gonna be real, you know? So, and the other thing, just, you know, a little extra, could you hear her kids and stuff in the background? Because when her and I were talking last night, guarantee you Paisley was just screaming and wailing and we were laughing about all the noises she was making. That was real. That made me real to her. That made when I told her, like, yeah, I busted my butt for like 30 cents an hour for the first year, but now I'm home with my baby making this much. Like, that made her believe me, hearing my family in the background. So there's something to that voice messenger. So that's pretty much all I have. And I'll totally like answer some questions if y'all have questions or anything like that. But I really, really tried to rush so I could cram all that in 30 minutes. But that's kind of what happened in August and halfway through September. So thanks, Diana. I'm going to read these real quick and see if give her the poop. Thanks, Dara. I can't wait to see you. I feel like I always say your name. It's Dara. I always say your name wrong, Dara. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. No questions. Okay, cool. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's all I've got.
You're a rock star. Thank you so much. You did so great. And it's just like reminders of these really great points of how to run this business and make it fun and not stressful. And it's just talking to people and it's building relationships. Thank you so much for taking your time, Nicole, and sharing that with us. You guys find this super helpful? Are you going to go and invite before you go to bed tonight? Because I'm betting that there's some people who haven't done other invites tonight, because that's the most thing that we all try to put off, right? Yes, I have this recorded. It is definitely going into our library of recordings. And I loved how you said, you know, are you inviting for a sale or are you inviting for a conversation with someone? Because there's a difference. And once you figure out that difference, if you don't know it yet, you're going to be like, oh, that's what it is. Because yes, having that relationship with someone and truly and genuinely caring is what's going to turn into the sale, because people are just going to want to do what you do. So whenever you're hearing like price objections and this objection and that over and over and over again, it's just because there's that trust barrier still, that hurdle that you need to overcome. So yes, good to go, Vanessa. Inviting for sure. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for hopping on. We will be back here next Tuesday, and I can't wait to see you guys move your businesses forward. Have a great night. Bye.